Listen to me right now. No one is coming to save you. Not the government, not your parents, not your boss, not your friends. If you're waiting for someone to hand you success, you'll wait your entire life. The truth is harsh but liberating. Your future is in your hands. The clock is ticking, and every second you waste is another second you'll never get back. I'm Tony Robbins, and today I'm here to tell you, stop wasting time, stop waiting for permission, and start owning your destiny. When you finally take full responsibility for your life, you unlock a level of power that most people never experience. You stop pointing fingers, stop waiting for someone else to fix things, and realize that you are the only constant in every situation you face. The truth is, the moment you stop blaming your parents, the government, your past, or your circumstances, you reclaim control. Because as long as you blame someone else, you hand them the keys to your life. When you take responsibility, you take those keys back. You decide that no matter what's happened, you will rise, you will change, you will find a way. Life doesn't owe you anything. The universe rewards ownership, not excuses. Every excuse you make, every complaint you repeat, steals your focus and energy from creating results. You are not a product of your past. You're the architect of your future. Responsibility is not a burden. It's liberation. Because when you realize it's all on you, you no longer have to wait. You can start shaping your destiny now. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to own it. Every area of your life, your health, your wealth, your emotions, your relationships starts changing when you say, this is on me. When you step up and own the mess, the magic begins. That's when momentum builds. That's when confidence grows. That's when power becomes real. Responsibility is not about guilt, it's about empowerment. The moment you take charge, you stop being a passenger and start being the driver. And when you drive, you decide where to go. Time is the most precious resource you have, yet most people treat it like it's infinite. You can recover from failure, rebuild money, and heal from heartbreak. But once time is gone, it's gone forever. Every second that passes is a piece of your life you'll never get back. Think about that. Every scroll, every distraction, every delay costs you the one thing you can't replace. The clock is ticking whether you move or not. You can either use time as your greatest asset or let it become your biggest thief. Successful people understand this deeply. They don't waste hours complaining, waiting, or doubting. They move. They act. They invest every minute in growth, learning, and progress. Because they know every small action compounds over time. One focused hour can change a day. One disciplined day can transform a week. One committed year can redefine a lifetime. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't isn't luck. It's how they value time. You must start protecting your minutes like they're diamonds. Audit your day. Ask yourself, is this moving me closer to my goals or stealing my focus? Time is the currency of life, and the way you spend it determines your destiny. You can't buy more, but you can invest wisely. Stop saying someday. Someday is code for never. Decide now. Do it today, because tomorrow is not promised, and wasted time becomes regret. Take ownership of your hours, and you take command of your future. Most people wait for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, the ideal plan, but that moment never comes. Perfection is the greatest lie your mind tells you to keep you safe, to keep you from acting. You don't need to know every step before you take the first one. You just need to move. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. When you take massive action, even imperfectly, you gain momentum. Momentum creates energy, and energy builds results. The biggest enemy of progress is hesitation, overthinking, doubting, analyzing until every possibility becomes a reason not to act. But winners don't wait. They leap, they learn, they adapt. Every successful person you admire started before they were ready. They stepped into the unknown, trusting they'd figure it out along the way. Because life rewards movement, not intention. You can plan for years and still be in the same place. Or you can act today and start creating your own opportunities. Failure isn't final. It's feedback. Every misstep teaches you something no plan ever could. You grow through doing. You build confidence by acting in spite of uncertainty. You train your brain to push past fear. That's how leaders are made. Not by waiting for certainty, but by creating it through experience. If you want transformation, start before you're ready. Take one step, and the next one will reveal itself. Don't let perfectionism disguise itself as preparation. Perfection is paralysis. Progress is power. The world doesn't reward the perfect. It rewards the persistent. Your mind is your greatest weapon or your greatest prison. What you focus on, you feel. What you believe, you become. Most people let their thoughts run wild, filled with fear, doubt, and limitation. They replay mistakes, amplify pain, and shrink their potential. But your mind doesn't control you, you control it. You must train it daily like a muscle. Every thought you allow shapes your future. Feed it garbage, and it produces excuses. Feed it purpose, and it produces power. You can't have a peak life with a weak mindset. The difference between people who rise and those who remain stuck isn't talent. It's focus. The achievers decide what meaning to attach to every challenge. They choose to see pain as fuel, obstacles as opportunities, and uncertainty as growth. When life hits, your mind must be stronger than your emotions, because emotion without direction becomes chaos. You must learn to master your inner dialogue, that voice that whispers you're not ready, not worthy, not enough. Replace it with truth. You are capable. You are resourceful. You are built for more. Every time you take control of your focus, you rewrite your story. You shift from reaction to creation. This is mental conditioning, repetition, discipline, awareness. You are not your thoughts. You are the thinker behind them. Train your brain to serve your vision, not sabotage it. Decide every morning what kind of state you will live in, gratitude or fear, confidence or hesitation, growth or comfort. Because whatever state you live in determines the actions you take and the life you create. Success doesn't come from what you occasionally do. It comes from what you consistently do, even when it's boring, even when no one's watching, even when you don't feel like it. Most people let their emotions decide their effort. If they feel inspired, they move. If they don't, they stop. But mastery begins when discipline replaces motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. Discipline is built. It becomes who you are. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. Every decision, every routine, every repetition, it's shaping your destiny. The gym, the study, the work, the small commitments you keep when no one's applauding, those are the moments that create transformation. It's easy to show up once. Greatness comes from showing up daily. You want an extraordinary life. Then you must commit to extraordinary consistency. Build rituals that serve your vision. Don't rely on willpower. Design your environment to make winning automatic. Remove distractions. Protect your focus. When your habits align with your purpose, success becomes inevitable. People will call it luck. You'll know it's discipline. You don't wait for the right feeling to act. You act, and the feeling follows. Because progress doesn't come from occasional intensity. It comes from relentless consistency. Every small win compounds. Every disciplined action builds identity. The question is not, can I? It's, will I? Will you keep showing up when no one claps? Will you keep pushing when no one believes? Because discipline isn't punishment. It's freedom. It's the ability to trust yourself completely. You become unstoppable when you can rely on your own consistency. Every challenge you face is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Life doesn't test you to break you. It tests you to build you. Every obstacle is a lesson in disguise. Every setback is a setup for strength. But most people waste pain. They see it as punishment, not preparation. They run from discomfort instead of asking, what is this teaching me? Growth never happens in comfort. The gym doesn't make you stronger until you lift resistance. Life works the same way. Resistance builds resilience. The pain you're avoiding is the path to your power. Don't pray for an easier life. Build the mindset that can handle a harder one. Because every time you push through struggle, you're training your nervous system to stay calm under chaos. You're proving to yourself that you can endure, adapt, overcome. That's how leaders are born, not from ease, but from endurance. When something painful happens, ask yourself, how can I use this? What's the lesson? How can this serve me and others? That question shifts you from victim to creator. Pain is energy. You decide whether it destroys or develops you. When you embrace it, channel it, and use it as fuel, you become unshakable. The people who grow the most are not the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who turn their scars into strategy, their breakdowns into breakthroughs. You can't control what happens, but you can always control what it means. And when you decide that every challenge is your